Merry Christmas, everyone. I hope you all had an amazing morning spending time with your family and loved ones. If you just opened up your presents, started sipping some hot chocolate, and are looking for a cozy, calm Christmas video to throw on the TV, you found the right one. We are going to spend 2 nights here at my favorite river on Vancouver Island. We'll be going on a hike, making some good dinners, and fly fishing these glacially fed rivers for some rainbow trout. Sounds like a pretty perfect few days to me. And looking at what's surrounding us here, I hope you can tell why this is my favorite river on Vancouver Island. I have made some really incredible memories out here that was just in such an incredible spot. Hot chocolate is done, but to be honest, I could sit out here all day. The clouds have cleared up and the sun is hitting just the top of this mountain. Now this river is really good for fishing, but only 2 times out of the year. The first run of trout through here is usually end of May through June, and I'm not entirely sure when the second run happens, but I believe it's around the November area. So I'm looking through this water here, and again, since it's glacially fed, you can pretty much see straight through it. And I am not seeing a single fish out here when you normally see pools of them along the entire river. So I think I'll save myself the embarrassment of not catching a fish again on this channel. So I just moved my van from right over there to here, and I did that for a few reasons. In this spot here, I feel like I'm a little bit more hidden from people coming from this side of the bridge. I also moved to this side because I think my Starlink gets a better view of the sky from where it is. And probably the best reason, I can open up my sliding door to the river. So we have a pretty nice spot to camp tonight. 2 videos ago, we decorated this entire van with some nice Christmas decorations, and in the last video, we made this nice gingerbread house. So this van is just nice and Christmassy right now, and I love it. And maybe a few of you have noticed, but I got a haircut. Whew, I gotta say, it's nice to be in here after being in that water. I'm so lucky to have those waders and boots, because if I did not have those, I would not have been able to walk through that water. But anyways, I think I'm just gonna sit down on my bed just for a little bit of time, because I plan on FaceTiming my brother, and he lives in Alberta, so it's gonna be really nice to FaceTime him. Hey!
How's it going?
going good.
Where are you right now? I see you're in your van, but where is your van?
We'll show ya.
Oh, nice. Oh, Nathan, it was so freaking cold today.
What's the temperature over there?
Right now it's like minus 15 or something.
Oh my god, I'm 6 degrees and I'm cold.
Yeah, you're like, it's 6 degrees and it's chilly out here, and I was like, oh, 6 degrees sounds so nice.
Alright, well, I was on FaceTime there for quite a little while, and long enough where it is now completely dark out. But I am getting pretty hungry, and I have tacos to make tonight. I know tacos aren't a Christmassy dinner at all, but I just thought it would be a good dinner to have tonight. And I've actually got soft and hard tacos today. The only problem is I'm not going to be able to bake these taco shells. I personally don't need my taco shells to be baked, and I'm not making any for anybody else, just for myself. And now to make our tacos, we're gonna go in with a little bit of sour cream, do a little bit of our ground beef, and to top it off, we'll go for some shredded cheddar cheese. And there we go. That's our dinner for tonight. But again, these are for me, so I will enjoy them very much. At least I mix in some onions to the ground beef, but let's give this a taste test. You know, it tastes pretty much exactly how it looks. I think I like the soft tacos better. You know, guys, I just finished making these tacos and I just had an urge to start Home Alone 2. So I am going to eat some tacos and watch some Home Alone 2.
Merry Christmas, sweetheart.
Oh man, guys, I don't think those movies will ever get old to me. They have a special place in my heart for sure. You know, it is getting pretty late and I plan on doing a pretty cool hike tomorrow. We're going to hike up the trail that's attached to this parking lot, and there is an incredible waterfall at the end of it, and I can't wait to show you guys. But to make sure I have some energy in the morning for that, I'm gonna head to bed right now, so I will see you guys in the morning. Good morning, everyone. I had a pretty good sleep. I was really tired last night, so I just pretty much crashed right away. And it got pretty cold last night, so this heated blanket was my savior. Well, as warm and cozy as I am under these blankets, I do think it's time to get up. I'm putting on a lot of layers today. I can tell it's cold. I guess it's probably a boot kind of day. Yeah, my windshield is covered in snow. Alright, I know I had hot chocolate yesterday morning, but how can you not have another glass on the first snowfall? So just up this trail here leads to an incredible waterfall, and we're gonna go up there not even too long from now. My hands are already freezing, so I need to grab some gloves right now. Much better. But these gloves don't have the ends of your fingers, so I might have a stubby hand by the end of today if I lose them to frostbite. Now I wanted to look at the road condition here because I have to leave here tomorrow and my van isn't the best in snow. I've done some pretty crazy things with it in the snow before, but I just want to make sure that these roads are good, and they look very good. And by the way, I do have bear spray on me just in case. I always like to take precautions like that because I don't want to be the one ending up on the news for getting mauled by a bear in the forest. I do gotta say it's a little bit cold out there. Nothing compared to my brother though. He lives in Alberta I think he said it was like -15 out there. It's like, it's not even negative out here. So I think I want to make breakfast before our hike. So let's quickly make some breakfast, then head on to our hike. For breakfast today, I want to get a little bit of redemption from our last video of how I tried to make an omelet and it didn't really work. This time I brought a spatula, so it should be a lot better. This omelet turned out so much better than my last one. Very good. I just absolutely love the way snow looks. I don't know what it is about it. There's something truly special about a first snowfall. Crushed it. Alright, I'm a little bit confused here. I see some tracks in the snow of an animal that walked right past my van, but I have no idea what kind of animal this was. Take a look at these tracks. If anyone knows what kind of animal this was, please let me know in the comments. Alright, let's start our hike to Lady Falls. Hit in the face with so much mist right now. It is so uncomfortable, but it is so cool up here. And that's the kind of stuff I'm talking about when I say I'm so glad I grew up on Vancouver Island. It's because stuff like that is everywhere. It's gotten to the point where I can barely feel my fingers anymore. So I'm gonna head back to the van. I'm gonna kick on that diesel heater and we're gonna make it nice and toasty in there. Oh, smells like eggs and bacon in here. My bag is soaked. So I do have to be a little bit conscious about my power right now. When I got here, I was at 100% and now I'm at 47. But I can guarantee you most of that is from me using my heated blanket last night. I turned it on really early in the night and I stayed in bed till like 10. So I was using it throughout that entire time and that took up a lot of power. So for now I've got the diesel heater on. It really only uses about 2 amps, which is not bad at all, comparing it to the heated blanket, which uses around 15 amps. So I'm going to be in here for the next little while, just warming up after that hike, maybe get a little bit of work done on my laptop, and then maybe we'll take another quick walk through the river to see what it looks like now that it's snowed. Now, might have eaten the walls of the gingerbread house, but the walls were falling apart anyways, so they were on their way out. Alright, so since we have a little bit of daylight left, I decided I'm going to check out the river again and see what everything looks like now that it's snowed. I love using waders, being able to get into water without getting wet, but I am going to want another layer of socks before I get in that. That's one thing that I've learned over the years is if you're going to be standing in a river, especially a cold one like this, you're going to want at least 2 layers of socks, and you better hope that one of them is wool. All right, we're all bundled up. I think it's time to go. The wading boots that I have, they have felt on the bottom, and that helps you grip the rocks in the water. But I totally forgot, it picks up all the snow on the ground, and it makes it feel really weird to walk on. I like to tell you guys what I'm doing and what I'm doing it for, and while I do want to see what it looks like with snow over here, I also want to just get an updated few shots that I might be able to use for a thumbnail. You know, I would love to fly my drone around here, but honestly, I'm not insanely comfortable with it yet. I'm not the best drone user. I've only had it for a little bit now. And also, there's just a little light rain out here that I'm scared that will damage the drone as well. So unless it clears up a little bit today, I'm not gonna bring it out. Maybe it will clear up a bit tomorrow morning. As far as right now, I think the drone has retired from this trip. A funny story about this part of the river. It gets pretty deep on one certain side of the river. And one time, me and my buddy, we wanted to cross that river. And they teach us to link arms in the class because it's more points of contact, less likely to fall over in fast moving water, which is a good tip for you guys, by the way. So me and my buddy, we link arms and we start walking, making our stride, and we're walking through the river and the water's getting higher and higher and higher, and eventually we have maybe an inch between the water and our waders. Me and my friend were looking at each other and we're just saying, like, should we keep on going? Like, do we keep on going? Eventually we did. Water did not fall into our waders. We were fine, but I just remember that happening so clearly, and it happened right over there. I think I'm gonna look for some cool rocks around here. I know my mom really likes collecting rocks from the beach, so if I find some cool ones out here, I'm gonna pick them up and maybe give them to her for Christmas. Okay, this one might be a little bit too big. Oh, maybe it's not. This is a cool rock. Ooh, look at this one. Oh, the coloring on that is so cool. It's pretty much starting to full-blown snow over here, so I'm gonna head back to the van now. It's a bit harder walking straight upstream. Yeah, that's a bit of a workout there. Whew. I don't know what it was about that trip, but I am just gassed. Whew. That was really cool to see all of that covered in snow. I've never seen it like that before. I also think we got all the shots we needed for our thumbnail, which I'm super stoked about. I do have a video that I want to get out in the next few days here, so I think I'm just going to hunker down in the van and just get some editing done. And then once I get hungry enough, I'll check back in with you guys for dinner. I actually got quite a decent amount of work done today, but I am pretty hungry now. So I'm gonna go back to my basics and I am going to make a nice steak for dinner tonight. All right, so we need to season our steak. I'm gonna season it with some salt and pepper today and baste it in butter, rosemary, and some garlic. Gotta get a good sear on the sides. What a beautiful looking dinner. We're gonna let that rest for just a little bit and then dig in. All right, this has rested long enough. I'm digging in. When it's hard to eat slow, that's when you know you've done it right. It's a little well done, But this steak is so thin that it was kind of hard to gauge how long to cook it for. It's just bite after bite. I don't even want to stop to talk. That was one of the best steaks I've had in a while. That was good. If you're getting into van life, get you some of these. I use these every single day. They're super useful to have. You don't have to clean them, you just throw them away. And to be honest, I know this isn't very good, but it's how I clean most of my dishes. I mean, look at how clean that looks. I would do a more thorough clean of my dishes if I did live in my van full time. But since I'm only out here for 2 nights, a quick wipe down like that is good enough for me. I must say, that was an awesome dinner. I'm looking at my battery monitor over here and I only have 103 amp hours left. So it's not like I can really do any gaming or anything because that will just completely drain my batteries and I don't want that to happen. What I think I'm going to do is just turn on my diesel heater because it uses a lot less power than the heated blanket. Sit in bed and just relax on my phone for a bit. And I don't even have to get up to turn on my diesel heater. I got a little remote right here.
In this video, I get a rude awakening one night whilst I'm stealth camping in Cornwall.
Good morning, and it looks like most of the snow is off the ground, so that's good news for me. I won't have any troubles getting out of here. And it looks like we have an amazingly clear day. I'm looking through the forest right now and you can see a glimpse of the mountains over there with the sun shining on them. Well, this morning is our last day here today, so I'm planning on just making breakfast, hanging out for just a small little bit, and heading out of here. But once again, I am hungry. So can you guess what I'm gonna make for breakfast? Yes, eggs and bacon, but also pancakes. Ooh. Now this is a Christmas breakfast, at least to me. Now, I don't know how common this is, but I put peanut butter on my pancakes. And let me tell you, it is amazing. They just work together so well. I don't know what it is. Oh man, that is so good. I know it's not a breakfast, it's a dessert, but it is just one of my favorite meals. Although I'm not a huge fan of egg and syrup mixed together, so I always try and eat my eggs first and then put syrup on my pancakes. But you know what? I'm eating this next to my favorite river of all time, and I don't think anything can beat that. Wow, what a perfect breakfast to end off our trip with. And with that, I think I'm gonna close out this video. You know what? I've got a better idea. And just like that, we're back where we started. I had a lot of fun during these 2 days, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video as much as I did filming it. It ended up being such a nice morning, so I wanted to come back here one last time before I head back home. The first day that we were here, we actually started the video right over there, climbed back in the van, and we made tacos. In the morning, we woke up to a beautiful snowfall, and I made the best omelet I have made in my life. Granted, I've only made 2 omelets before. After breakfast, we decided to hike up to Lady Falls, and that was just so incredible. What a beautiful waterfall. And not too long after that, we walked through the river again to come back here and look for some cool rocks that I can give to my mom. That night we cozied up in the van, turned on the diesel heater, and we made some delicious steak. And finally, this morning, we cooked some eggs, bacon, and pancakes. It was awesome. I hope every one of your guys' Christmases was just as amazing as you wanted it to be, and I'm wishing you all an amazing new year. And this video is actually going to be my last video of the year. I want to spend some time with my friends and family during the holidays, and right now I've been doing nothing but going camping and editing. If you've made it this far into my 20th video, I can't thank you enough. If you've enjoyed this video, consider subscribing to the channel, maybe even like or comment. It really does help out the channel. And if you've watched this entire video and are still wanting to see more Christmas content, I've got good news for you, because I'll put another Christmas video that I made right here. Alright, with all that said, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to everyone watching. I'll see you guys in the new year.